Hello, one and all, and welcome back, back to the penultimate episode before we hit the half century of the Great Unknown Audio Show with me, your illustrious host, and most appropriate face for radio, Maxim Jennings. And, well, folks, we have, after what has been a terrible start to our journey through New Zealand in the spaceship, we now have something really special. We are at Tōhai Falls, also known as Gollum's Pool. The second of my Lord of the Rings checklist. And as you can hear, we are right on site at Tōhai Falls. And, well, Mount Doom was not a success, but this could not be much better, folks, I have to say. Because it's very difficult for the weather to fuck up a waterfall that is only 10 metres off the ground, but I mean, this just feels very momentous, as I do have a very good Gollum impression. It's one of the only things I can do well in life. My accents aren't great, but sometimes after a few drinks they get better. But my Gollum's not too bad. So we are obviously going to hit you with the rendition of Gollum's song at the pool.
The Orchard Pool is nice and cool with fish to eat. It's my wish to catch a fish so juicy sweet.
And at that point, after Gollum has slapped his fish that he's found, there are about 50 arrows pointed at him, and Frodo has to save him. And I am standing at the point where Gollum is absolutely whacking that fish to death before he puts it in his mouth, and then eventually gets grappled by Faramir's men of Minas of Gondor, and is questioned for why he is being Frodo and Sam's guide. So awesome that you can see locations from one of the best films of all time, the best film trilogy of all time. And you can do that completely for free. So this is Tōhai Falls. We woke up late, as you can expect, after our body was absolutely shattered from our 53/54 kilometre walk. I woke up at about 9:45, and I was really warm, thankfully. The camper van does a good job of insulating heat after I put the blowers on for about 10 minutes last night before going to bed. With a lovely dinner of an apple and a few mushrooms, because there was no way in Jose I was going outside and cooking at the back of the camper. So we then had to make a dash to go and get petrol. Went down to a town about 60 kilometres away, very nice town, where I had breakfast as well. Now, I had some leftover rupees and Australian dollars from my time travelling the other countries and got them exchanged at Auckland Airport, so I had 32 New Zealand dollars to play with for a breakfast. Comes into about £17, and that got me a all-day breakfast, which I have to say was absolutely fantastico. It had everything that I wanted to recover from what had been such a traumatic day yesterday. A beautiful hash brown, 2 rashers of bacon, some sausage, which was like the same size as a Richmond skinless sausage, but had some sort of buttery cheese stuffed inside it. It was beautiful. Awesome beans as well, which felt like they'd been infused with Tabasco, and that was absolutely lovely. I had mushrooms, even a bit of watercress on there for the health kick. Yes, it was just exactly what I needed. A lovely latte to go alongside it. That cafe was called Cafe 75. Really nice. And I'm in a much better mood now after having my latte and being able to go for a number 2 at the cafe. And we continue to journey south. So at the moment we're really in the centre of the North Island, and we are journeying south to a place called Lyven, which is in between kind of where I am now, called National Park. It's called National Park Village, or Wahakapa, one or the other. And Wellington. So it's kind of in the middle. There's a spot that I want to see, another Lord of the Rings spot, which is close to, in between Fuxton and Levin, not Leven. And it's on my save locations. It's a walk through the forest of Osgiliath, which is similar to a similar point to Gollum's Fall, but Osgiliath is the city outside of. It's a garrison outside of Minas Tirith. A lot of intricate Lord of the Rings knowledge that's probably going to be coming your way. I do apologise for that if it's not your thing, but it's the reason why I'm here. So we're going to be indulging in that as much as possible. And this waterfall has got some strength to it, I have to say. We're going to try and see another Lord of the Rings spot today, where it's kind of the grounds of Mordor. It's the other side of Mount Repahau. It's where they filmed The Black Gate. So another one to tick off. But yeah, it's been a much better start to the day. It's about 1:45 now. Oh God, as I've trying to navigate my way through the rocks. So I'll reconvene when we get to the Black Gate. I'm not expecting to see much, but it's that aura that you get of being on a near film locations and imagining what it was like and how much CGI they put there. Here, all that you've got is CGI Gollum. So I don't look like him yet, but it's I can almost imagine what he would be like in this situation. I can see why he likes this pool so much, and I wonder if they're actually fishing here. But yeah, see you at the Black Gate. Right, we're at the Desierto de Rangipo, which is what it's called. I'm not sure if that is Spanish, you know. I'm pretty sure Desierto. It's got to be Spanish. It's not part of my vocabulary. And the other word, I haven't got a clue what that means. Rope, maybe? Ranguito? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, it's like plains, kind of small little mounded dunes that are covered in like dark forestry, bushes. I'm assuming that they must have either CGI'd the electronic pylons that run for about 30 miles through this Desierto, or that they were built post-filming. But in the background is just a number of mountains, forests. It's a pretty cool backdrop. So I assume they must have CGI'd the Black Gate across those forests and used these plains as a means of the orcs in the final film walking across the desert to their final battle against a depleted troop of Aragorn, Legolas, Gandalf, Gimli, etc., the Rohirrim and Gondorian soldiers. Pretty epic, but once again, some awesome fields with a great backdrop. These mountains aren't high enough to be washed out by the dark clouds which continue to block out both the key mountains in this area of the national park. The Alpine Crossing, by the way, is called Tongariro Alpine Crossing. So if you look it up, you can see some great views on their website, but unfortunately not from my camera roll. But yeah, that's two spots that we've seen. No real acknowledgement from the New Zealand government so far that these were filming spots, but I've looked them up and verified them on a number of different websites that they actually are. So maybe they just don't want loads of tourists unnecessarily trashing their wildlife, which is fair enough. But yeah, beautiful backdrop, a bit of blue sky in the air, heat's come out. Now we've got 2.5 hour drive to our holiday park, trying to get there before it closes. Hopefully there's not a gate blocking me from going in. We'll quit it there, folks. I'm assuming you will be able to hear the fact that I recorded 3 episodes at the waterfalls, so I've done a lot of talking, a lot of moaning today, and hopefully that's not going to be the tone continuing my explorations of this country. So we're gonna leave it there. A better day than what it was yesterday, but hopefully only up from here, as I said in the last episode. And that seems to be the trend. Tomorrow, more northering spots, more exploration in forest parks, and a few beaches, maybe. Although I am a bit beached out from Western Australia. So we'll see. But make sure you stay tuned, and you'll hear from me in the next one. Goodbye.